Hi everybody. This is my second attempt at my second video blog. I thought I would be really cool and shoot the second one also outside. I live in South Florida and didn't think that would be so bad, but it's 25 degrees and I was shaking through the entire thing. So, my next attempt. This video blog is really to share with you how I have taken what I learned at making things happen and applied it to my day-to-day as a business owner, but also in my personal life as well. The two sides of me always seem to spill over into each other because that's kind of who I am. I'm definitely an all or nothing type of a person, so you kind of get all of it. I wanted to title this "The Game Has Changed." And that is a line from the book Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. If you have not read this, you are missing out. This is about 130, 140 pages. It's a very easy read. It will shift the way that you use social media and blogging for your business. Before the holidays, I didn't really understand Twitter. I'd use Twitter every now and then to kind of meet new people and promote myself and my business and sales I was having, different things, but I didn't really know the power of it until recently. In this book, Gary talks about how to take blogging, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to the next level to monetize your business. And it's very, very, very interesting. So before the holidays, probably in November or so, I started getting a little bit more into Twitter. I was seeing that it was very successful for other people, and I wanted to see how I could use that for my business. So I downloaded TweetDeck, which is an awesome application. If you're not using it, check it out. It's free. It's a way of organizing columns so that you can understand what all is happening on Twitter at one time. And since then, since I read this book, since I started using TweetDeck, Twitter has become one of the most powerful tools for my business. And when Gary says in this book, the game has changed, he's talking about not just the game of business, but everything associated has changed. We're using different things for different mediums for marketing. Marketing budgets have shrunk. We are not using radio and television and print for marketing anymore. We're using Facebook and Twitter and online advertisements and blogging. Blogging is a huge one for marketing. And if you take the principles that you learn in Crush It and you combine them with another book that I think is awesome that I read, that's The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, who's actually quoted on the cover of this, which is interesting, you find that the two concepts from these two books are very, very different. Gary from Crush It talks about working smarter and harder. He talks about you have to hustle. You have to work longer. You have to work harder. You may not always win the game, but you will always be moving forward if you do that with all of these social media platforms. Tim Ferriss in The 4-Hour Workweek talks about efficiency and effectiveness, streamlining and outsourcing and delegating in order to work smarter and not harder. Essentially, he tells you how to have a 4-hour work week, which is, in my opinion, hard to achieve, especially in this industry. But the two concepts combined together, to me, are very, very interesting. So I've been taking those and applying them to my business and my life and wanted to share with you the difference that they've made. And granted, you have to understand all of these things have happened in the past couple of weeks. It's the time frame has been very short, and I'm thrilled to see what will come in 2010 from all of this. One of the interesting things that Gary talks about in his book Crush It is creating great content. And that has been a focus of mine over the past couple of weeks. I've made a promise to myself of authenticity and a promise to the people who read this blog that I'll be 100% genuine. You are going to never see me write about things that I don't know. I'll always share advice and my thoughts on my journey, really, on things that I do know, on Southern lifestyle, on being a wife, on being a business owner, on the struggles that come along with all of those things. So you'll always see authenticity because I will always write about what I know. I'll never write about accounting. I will never write about gourmet cooking, and I will never write about how to take great photos. I am terrible, terrible at all of those things. Terrible. Now, they're all on my list of things to do in 2010, so you will see my journey as I learn them, but you'll never see me try to teach you. So that's another promise. I'll write about what I know and not what I don't. And I'll focus on the foundation of my business rather than the peripherals. Gary actually talks about the biggest question that he gets as a video blogger. He writes a great blog on wine, and he does video blogs very, very frequently. He always gets the question, what kind of mic do you use? And in his book, he writes that his response is, who cares? He cares about the wine, and he cares about learning the wine and being able to communicate what he knows as good as possible, and not the peripherals, because who cares what kind of mic he uses? I read that and I thought, I have spent so much time focusing on having the best tools, and I've made a promise to myself for 2010 to focus on the foundation of my business, to focus on having the best materials, the best paper, the best vendors, and building the best relationships, because that is what Emily Lay Paper is all about. And my blog will be the same type of thing. I'm going to focus on having the best content. If you'll notice, my blog, the layout and design is very, very minimal, and the new blog will be the same way, because I don't want to detract from the good content, and I want to keep growing in what I'm sharing with you and what you are coming back for. So all of those things have been things that I've learned over the past couple of weeks through making things happen, and also through this book that I've been applying for myself. For me, there's definitely been 3 things that I've tried really hard to apply to my life in the past couple of weeks. Turning my focus from from spending too much time focusing on the peripherals to focusing on building a strong foundation for my business. Focusing on building great relationships. One amazing success story that I have from Twitter was an email that I got a couple of days ago that just about knocked my socks off. It goes to show you that you have no idea who is following you on Twitter, and you have no idea who is reading your blog. I got an email from someone, and I skimmed through it kind of quickly. I had a lot going on at the time, and I was trying to see if it was something I needed to address immediately. And I got to the bottom, and I saw it was from Whitney English. And if you are familiar with the paper world, you know Whitney English. She is the CEO and owner of the Whitney English Company, and I was floored. Whitney, if you are watching this, I hope I don't make you blush, but that email meant so much to me. She was reaching out to be an encourager and to say that she'd been following me and watching me on Twitter and reading the blog, and it meant so much. It was such an encouragement that someone like Whitney saw what I was doing and wanted or felt like she should reach out and say good job. So one of the biggest things I've been doing the past week is taking that and the way that some other people have reached out to me in the past couple weeks and paying it forward. I really want to take that energy and that spirit of thanks and pay it forward to people who may also need a pat on the back. So I encourage you to do the same. If there's someone that's on your mind that you know may need it or may not, you may never know, pay it forward. Reach out to them and tell them that you're thinking about them. It will make all the difference in the world. You'll be very surprised. So the new website's launching on February the 5th. I am beyond excited. I'm crazy busy. Just stoked to get it out there and finally be able to show the world what I've been working on for the past year. So happy January to you guys. I hope you had a great first 10 days in 2010. You got 355 to go. So look forward to seeing you again soon.